See, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kinda sad. I miss my nigga, dog. Wish I had somebody to talk to about these feelings, dog. Even though you try to talk, they ain't gonna listen, dog. I hold it in. When I blow up, they like I'm tripping, dog. See, I can't take this shit no more. I'm to the ceiling, dog. I grab my mic and play this beat, express my feeling, dog. What's poppin', y'all? Yeah, y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Come on up in here. Come kick it with me for a minute. Oh, damn, I forgot. Let me put this in real quick. I'm going to just put community gathering. The illusion of disease. I'm going to put that. The illusion of disease. I ain't going to touch too much on it, but, you know. Oh, no, this ain't Kool-Aid. It's watermelon right here. Appreciate you, man. What up, 0705? Grand. How everybody feeling? What's poppin'? So this right here is watermelon, seeded, organic watermelon with some ginger. And I also got some, what else I got? Oh, and some key limes. Go on, Bryce. So look, I ain't finna, you know, woody woo. We just gonna go ahead and dive in. Grand. I pray everyone is feeling amazing. Y'all know how we do. We gonna vibe out. Let everybody come on in. Go ahead and get your oodles and noodles. Go ahead and roll up if you wanna roll up. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all go ahead and do y'all thug thizzle. You feel me? And then we gonna vibe out real quick. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. Yeah, senor.
Look, it's gold roses in my bathtub. Water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk God, might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom. Bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. Look, it's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. Look, I write my goals and follow through, cause that's my focus. I meet my goals halfway, cause that's the local. If that shit disturb my peace, I don't care what that is. Grab a lighter, burn some sage, I don't know what that is. It's all good, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. Burn some sage, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. It's gold roses in my bathtub. Water hot, yes, it's all the summer central rose.
Yeah, and y'all ain't know I can get out,
it's
right?
Gold roses on my floor too. I walk out, you might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom. Bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. All my niggas breathe in. All my niggas breathe out. Hey, burn some, hey, matter of fact, hey, burn some Palo Santo, huh? Look, hey, take a break and smell the flowers while you still can. Better tell your folks you love them while you still can. It's gold roses in my blunt when I smoke. Spiritual practice with these songs make me float. These next 3 days I ain't eating, see I'm fasting. Feeling closer to my God, I got passion. See, I used to carry hate, but I got past it. So much pain up in my heart, it had me lashing. Rosemary on my temples, head with migraines. It's an honor being of service, that's on my name. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. It's gold roses in my bathtub. Water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk God, you might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom. Bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now.
Y'all ain't know a nigga can get out. Yeah. Nigga can, hey, I can two-step. You feel what I'm saying? I can, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do all the extra, but a nigga can get down, you feel me? I pray everyone is doing well, man. Man, grab your oodles and noodles. Go ahead and roll up, man. Get your Kool-Aid, whatever the case may be. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to vibe out, let everybody come on in, and then we're going to dive in. You feel me? Y'all know how we do it. Man. Y'all know how we do it, man.
I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. Look, I'm feeling close to the me. I wake up and burn my sage in a moment. I sit back and close my eyes and feel the energy flowing. I turn vegan, yeah, I changed my diet. I enjoyed my pork and beans, but it was too many dying. I started reading too. I started learning the truth. Understand a lot of shit I learned, it wasn't true. I started wanting land, attending the flowers. I started setting some intentions before I hop in the shower.
Y'all know we gonna vibe out real quick. Let everybody come on in.
I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. Look, I'm feeling close to the me. I started meditating. I started finding peace. I stopped believing in the sky. Started believing me. I don't really smoke weed. See, I smoke herbs now. Chamomile, the lavender, so calm your nerves now. I started healing trauma, like shadow work. Ain't really had much growing up, so yeah, I did some dirt. But you see, I still forgive myself. I had to look up in the mirror, I had to heal myself. I had to understand my thoughts were powerful, nigga. I made sure I spoke my goals like every hourly, nigga. See, at this moment now, I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will find me as long as I stay on track. Whew.
Gonna vibe out, man. Y'all know how we do it, yeah.
I'm feeling close to the God.
Yeah,
I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. Look, I'm feeling close to the me. Creating wealth for these generations.
I drink like a god.
I'ma touch their heart, you can feel my penetration. I'ma make sure they remember this name. Even though I'm fully healed, I'ma still remember the pain. But it's okay though. I'm a god, bro. Energy can't be destroyed. I'm alive, bro. Now I understand. What you focus on, grow big. I focused on getting a million, and I damn sure did it. Now just focus, bro. Just focus, bro. Your life is your state of mind. Keep hoping, bro. And I just focus, bro. Keep focused, bro. Your life is your state of mind. Keep hoping, bro. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I am that. I've been that. And day by day, I'ma get closer to that. And I'ma forever be that. As I think it, as I speak it, as I write it, so it shall be. I am.
Ooh. I am that. I've been that. And day by day, I'm going to get closer to that. And I'm going to forever be that. As I think it, as I speak it, as I write it, so it shall be. I am. And whatever else you say after I am, and so it is. I pray everyone is doing amazing today. I pray everyone is doing amazing. I see some of y'all asking me what I'm sipping on. This is watermelon, organic, seeded watermelon juice mixed with key limes, the seeded limes mixed with organic ginger, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, I gotta put the emphasis on the seeded and the organic and the natural because, you know, yeah, baby, you know, it's time for that. It's time for us to be very aware about what we putting inside of our body. You know what I mean? It's okay to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? What is not okay is to be stupid. See, to be stupid, right, is you have the knowledge, but yet you don't want to apply the knowledge. See, ignorance is just a lack of knowledge. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's okay to be ignorant. It's okay because then you can learn and you cannot be ignorant. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I put emphasis on the organic, the natural, the seeded, because, baby, yeah, it's time for us to start eating real natural food. You feel what I'm saying? It's time that we start eating and start understanding, overstanding, and understanding that our food, our natural food, supposed to have seeds, supposed to reproduce. Anything natural is supposed to be able to reproduce, period. Excuse me, period, point blank, period. You feel what I'm saying? Anything that cannot reproduce, it is not natural. And please understand, overstand, and understand that that unnatural people do unnatural things. So, you know, don't let that go over your head. Let him who have ears hear, and let him who have eyes see. I pray that don't go over your head. I pray that don't go over your head. Unnatural people do unnatural things. See, I wouldn't wake up one day and be like, look at this orange. I wonder if I can make this orange. Man, y'all get the point. What's popping, y'all? What's popping, baby? We back in here. You know, the community gathering. If this is your first time in the community gathering, please understand, and understand that that this community gathering is specifically for everyone. You know what I'm saying? For all questions, for all concerns, for all statements. Of course, high vibrational. Let me put emphasis on that, right? Sometimes, majority of the time, I don't feel the need to put emphasis or to even elaborate or even give my attention to and expound on how I accept and receive things in this community gathering that are high vibrational. Because sometimes, I'm getting in the habit of doing that because sometimes, we got little bots and agents, you know what I'm saying? Agent 57, or what was the nigga name in Matrix? Agent 27 or 53? I don't know, but shit, nigga, it's a whole lot of agents. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all that matters. You feel what I'm saying? It's hella agents. You feel what I'm saying? And so for this is your first time in this community gathering, welcome. This is a safe space. Also, if you have any questions, please put the questions in the question mark. And if you want to join me on this live and ask any and everything, please request to come on in. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I pray everyone is doing amazing. How everyone is feeling today. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how everyone's feeling before I even dive in. Let me make sure everybody is feeling okay, at least mobile. You know what I'm saying? High vibrational, keeping that mindset, that positive perspective, because at the end of the day, we are in control. You understand what I'm saying? We are in control over this flesh, means we control this reality, our realm, our reality, our world. You understand, and understand that. So what I mean by that is, you know, if you sitting on a bus, I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, have seen the picture of, if you're on a bus, you either have, it's about your perspective. It's either you're on the side and you're looking at the rocks, or you're on the side where you're looking at the flowers. You're on the bus, but you can choose, you can pick and choose. You know what I mean? So I pray everyone is doing amazing though. I know I just be diving in, you know, I just feel it. You feel what I'm saying? So do you travel to learn about different foods? I haven't been out the country yet, but I will. Yeah, we doing a sound bowl. I got you. Don't trip. Yeah, I just don't. I just, you know, the spirit, man. You know, I just, yeah, you know, we're going to do the sound bowl. I got you. I'm just making sure everybody in the community together is at least feeling well. I pray all is well, you know. I pray you got your oodles and noodles. You know, you rolled you up something. Whatever the case may be. So real quick, again, if this is your first time in the community gathering, welcome to the community gathering. This is a safe space. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. And if you want to join me on my live, just, you know, ask, you know, request a live and I'll add you on here, man. We can have a little dialogue. Let me see. So boom, we're going to start off with the sound ball. Y'all know how I like to start off, man. I like to start off with, getting the energy right, you know. So I got the sound bowl. For those that don't know, this is a quartz sound bowl, crystal, made out of crystal. It is tuned to the third eye. So for about 30 seconds to a minute, we're gonna do the sound bowl. We're gonna relax. You know what I mean? We're gonna be receptive and we're gonna control our flesh. By doing that, we are gonna breathe in our nose and out of our nose only, slowly, controlling the flesh. All right, so we're going to do it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to jump into prayer. And then, you know, we're going to jump into the community gathering. All right, so let's start. I would like to give honor and thanks to the powers that be that have put me in the position and gave me the capacity and the capabilities to obtain the knowledge that I have, to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. I also send that same energy out to this community, to everyone that will watch this live and everyone that is tuned into this live in this present moment. I send the same energy out to be able to have the capacity to obtain the knowledge that I impute and that we all may learn, to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach ourselves, but the people, places, and things around us. I give honor, thanks, and I speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Asheo, Amen, and all of the above to all that you subscribe to. What's popping, y'all? What is popping? What is popping, y'all? What's going on, man? Pray everyone is doing amazing. Pray everyone is doing well, doing swell. I got my watermelon juice with my key limes, my ginger, you feel me? Pray everyone is doing comfortable and comfortable. So, let's jump on into this, man. So, I'm going to be honest, tonight, this community gathering, to be honest, is it's honestly all about y'all. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is whatever questions, whatever concerns, you know, any and everything, you know what I'm saying? The floor is completely open, right? But I do want to touch on something just real quick, all right? Real quick, I promise. Just give me like 5 minutes and we're going to jump right into the community gathering because like I said, tonight, it's about y'all. Y'all know I hop on here, man. I have my topics, man, and I be going banoodles. I be going in, you know what I mean? Imputing knowledge and imputing the things that may have touched me or, that have led me to communicate with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, it's one thing that I do want to touch on, and the illusion of dis-ease. You know, for those that don't know, I have opened up my herbal healing class, right, on Patreon. It's only $25 a month. You know, if you want to join. We are not only just going to be talking about herbs. We are going to be talking about biochemistry. We are going to be talking about diseases. That is pretty much the first thing that we're going to talk about because, if we don't understand diseases and how to prevent diseases and what diseases do to the body and how the body react to it, then we wouldn't even know what herbs do what, this, that, and the third. You feel what I'm saying? So of course we got to talk about the diseases, and then we got to talk about the biochemistry. And for those that are paying attention to how I'm saying diseases, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm saying that dis-ease is because the illusion, dis-ease is nothing but an illusion, right? Depending on how severe and where the location of the dis-ease is in the body, that is how they name the dis-ease. You feel what I'm saying? And so the reason why I call it an illusion, because dis-ease is nothing but the body out of whack. It's out of its harmonic state. You know what I mean? And so one thing I want to touch on is cancer, right? So I'm dealing with a cancer, patient or customer right now. She went through chemotherapy and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things, hair, bald, all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So one thing I want to touch on, and if y'all see me going back and forth, as y'all know, I'm also recording here for my YouTube as well to put this video on YouTube and et cetera, et cetera. But one thing I want to touch on is cancer, right? And cancer, one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that cancer is not what kills you, right? For most people, for most patients, cancer is not what kills you. It's the chemotherapy that kills you. It's the radiation, right? And a lot of people don't understand that the radiation that they put inside of your body to try to kill and not kill, but suppress the cancer, right? It's nerve gas, literally. It's a neurotoxin. Right. And now with you being a neuromelanated being, right, and have neural pathways that communicates to each other that then reflects you as a god. But yet they're putting neurotoxins, literal gas inside of your IV and you're going through chemotherapy, right? And a lot of people don't understand is that this neurotoxin, this gas is literally the same gas that the Nazis did on the Germans, or or I don't know. It's, you know, the Nazi situation, right? It's the same gas that they did when they killed all them people. The same gas that they put inside of your body to try to get rid of something of a dis-ease. You know what I mean? And one thing about it is that, now don't get me wrong. I know a few people, you know, not a few. Well, I know a nice amount of people that have actually, overcame cancer, with using chemotherapy. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that it's a small percentage, you know what I'm saying, of the people that actually overcome cancer while using chemotherapy, right? And now one thing is I wanna input is that that's important because chemotherapy is literally damaging your cell. And when the cell is damaged, that means the oxygen is completely gone from the cell, right? So and this is with any dis-ease. Before they call it herpes, or before they call it eczema, or before they call it cancer, or before they call it anything, all of the above, whatever name that they made up, it is the cells it is your cell that has been rid of oxygen, right? And so what happens is that when the cell starts to mutate, right, that is when they call it cancer. When it starts to mutate and start building on top of each other, that is when they call it cancer. So the reason why I call it an illusion is because the body is also made to heal itself. I pray everyone is with me. I pray I ain't losing nobody. I got these organic oranges, you feel me? Seeded, you know what I'm saying? And so another thing I want to touch on, right? When it comes to chemotherapy, right? So statistics say, right, 8% of survivors that overcome cancer and that overcome chemotherapy, it's only at 8%, right? Right? So what does that mean? That means, what is that? 92% of patients that have cancer and that go through chemotherapy, they come back. Why? Because the cancer is back. And this is why I emphasize that when you're going through, when those entities put you under chemotherapy, what they're doing is they're just suppressing the cancer. What does that mean? That means that they're not necessarily healing or getting rid of whatever foreign that is inside of your body. What they're doing is, in a way, for lack of better words, is just trying to hide it to keep from continually damaging you. It's kind of like if you got a cough, right? If you got a cough, most of us have grown up to go to the store and get cough medicine. Somebody saying they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Can everybody hear me? All right, so. All right, for sure, y'all can hear me, y'all, bet. So like I was saying, right? So the illustration that was drawn was when we got a cough, right? Growing up and we got a cough, we've been programmed and conditioned to go to the store and get cough medicine. That cough medicine doesn't do anything but suppresses the cough. So now what happens is whatever the body was just trying to get rid of is now suppressed, and now it's accumulating to something even worse, or you know what I'm saying, or even something more deadly, right? And one thing I want to debunk as well, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, shout out to the elder of Dr. Sebi. You know, I honor him, I respect him, and I have major love for him and his teachings, right? But one of the things that I feel like a lot of people may have misconstrued of one of his teachings is him saying that mucus is bad, right? And to keep it gangster with you, based off my studies and what I've been implementing, mucus is one of the things that our body needs. Our insides are literally made of mucus. You understand what I'm saying? What he was implementing, what people have misconstrued is that what is the word I'm looking for? the overly, excuse me, I'm trying to find a word, but the overly I don't know, but too much mucus. I'm going to say that, right? Too much mucus and or mucus causing foods, complex mucus, right? An accumulation of too much mucus. That right there is what Dr. Sebi was talking about. Now, what do I mean by this, right? When you got a cough, for an example, right? If you do not suppress this cough, what your body is doing is your body is making you cough up something that is foreign to the body. Your body is making you cough out something that is not supposed to be inside of the body. So what it does is it activates the mucosa membrane to release mucus, good mucus, right? To carry out whatever that's foreign out of the body. So when you blow in your nose, your body is literally activated the mucosa membrane to release mucus to carry out whatever that's foreign inside of your body to get rid of it. This is how the body literally heals itself, right? What happens is when it comes to mucus and too much mucus and accumulation of mucus is that when that mucus is not being processed out and when that mucus is not being eliminated, it starts to build up, right? And then those cells, whatever it's trying to eliminate, the cells within that mucus starts to literally it starts to mutate. And so then when it starts to mutate, it starts to harden. So that's where a few weeks back, I spoke about women and fibroids. This is what happens when it goes into fibroids. A lot of those fibroids turn into cancer. Why? Because it's too much mucus that's not getting eliminated. And it's bad cells, dying cells mutating it's trying to mutate into a good cell, but yet it's mutating into a bad cell. So now it's turning into a crystal, a cyst, a tumor, and then next a cancer. And I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. Chemotherapy, radiation, it literally kills, right? Antibiotics, and then even when you get on chemotherapy, they give you antibiotics. When you break down the the metaphysical term of antibiotics, anti means against, bio means life. Our body is full of bacteria, right? Your entire mouth, your saliva glands is nothing but alkaline bacteria. So when I eat this fruit, my mouth literally secretes bacteria to help break down this fruit. Then when I swallow, guess what? When I swallow, my throat literally releases mucus so it can go down my throat into my intestines to be broken down even more. I hear you, but some people catch all of these when it's far too late to treat naturally. I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. I don't believe in that. Now, do I believe that? Yeah, people, especially in our community, they don't want to get right until they're on their deathbed, for sure. 100%. And that's where preventative maintenance come in. You know what I'm saying? That's where preventative maintenance come in. But because we don't have the knowledge and or because we've been programmed and indoctrinated to the point where we don't even give a fuck about the knowledge, then when we on our deathbed, right, now we want to look up all kind of shit to try to heal. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. And that right there is the problem. Now, when it comes to people that's like that's far too late, it's not too late to the point where you have to be on chemicals. It's not too late to the point where you have to be on neurotoxins. It's not too late. Because in that same moment, you can literally change your diet. You can literally start drinking. I don't think y'all understand the power of watermelon juice. This is watermelon juice, key lime, and ginger. This literally cleans out your entire lymphatic system. That's the only way cancer can even develop inside of your body, if your lymphatic system is backed up by way of your kidneys not being able to filtrate. Then on top of that, your liver isn't being able to process chemicals that they put inside and on side of the food, outside of the food. So it's not too late until the last whistle blow. That's when the game is over. The game is over when the last whistle blow. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I fully get it. You know what I'm saying? Our community, man, we don't want to take care of ourselves until we're literally on our deathbed. Until we're literally on our deathbed. Trust me. I know. I've dealt with too many people that I had to sit. I dealt with too many people to where it got like, I remember dealing with a customer that I had to literally create her a package. She didn't have, you know, whatever her financial situation was. I just went ahead and created her package and sent it to her literally in the next day. I needed to get her the next day, and I needed her to literally completely switch her diet to an all fruit diet, majority melons and berries, juicing them, and literally exercising. Because also exercising gets your blood moving, which then opens up the lymphatic system so the lymphatic system can eliminate. So the only way you can even get any dis-ease is if your lymphatic system is not properly operating the way it's supposed to be operating. Your body was made to heal itself. I'm telling you. So, again, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. You talking about exercise. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all want to do and try everything but eat right and exercise. Hello. That's a fact, man. Listen. This ease is just an illusion. I'm going to keep it gangster with you. I'm going to keep it gangster with you. Before we were enslaved and we were indoctrinated, and before the Great Invasion, nigga, there was no such thing as dis-ease. There was no such thing as dis-ease. I remember talking to somebody literally last week, and they were saying they were out there in, I think it was Ghana, or they were somewhere in Africa. And they was sitting down having a conversation with somebody out there that's native to the land, right? And they was like, well, you know, people in America, when they're depressed, they don't want to go outside or whatever. And the person who I was having a conversation with was basically explaining to me that, wait, hold up, first off, what is depression? They don't even know what depression is, right? Then on top of that, he was like, who he was talking to was like, wait, they don't go outside? You don't feel good, so you don't go outside? Man, listen. At this point, I'm going to keep it gangster with y'all. At this point, ignorance is a choice. And the reason why I say that is because we are in the Aquarian age, and it's all about knowing. It's all about information. It's all about information, and it's all about knowing. And at this point, it's too much information out here to not fucking know nothing. Like, it's too much, bro. It's too much. It's too much. Like, it's too much, bro. All right, man. We getting the ASMR with the orange. My bad. It's so juicy, man. I love fruit, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I love fruit. Real quick, I'm gonna talk about this real quick, then we're gonna jump into the community gathering. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so real quick. I just want to speak on this, right? When it comes to what we put inside of our body, right? Our entire body, right? Our entire body literally becomes what we put inside of it. Let me explain. Your blood cells replenish themselves between 27 and 32 days. So that means between 27 and 32 days, your entire bloodstream inside of your body literally replenish themselves and become brand new. Your bones reconstruct themselves after 7 years, right? So within this 7-year period, your entire body becomes brand new with whatever you just put inside of your body. You literally become what you put inside of your body. And I'm not even just talking about food. I'm talking about music too. Think about it. Trust me, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I come from the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But who? You know, I'm in a box. You feel what I'm saying? I'll probably turn on some Bloody J. Or, nigga, who? I'll probably turn on some gangster shit. Some Future. You know what I'm saying? I turn on some gangster shit, and within 2 minutes of the song, I'm straight gangster now. I'm ready to shoot a nigga up. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to try to figure who the fuck that is, looking at me drive past him. Hold on, let's turn around. Who is this nigga? I'm telling you, you literally become what you put inside of your body. That's why it's very important. And you have to be very intentional with what you put inside of your body and why. Why? We are spiritual beings. First off, we're spiritual beings. So everything we do is spiritual. Y'all laughing at me, man. Look, don't laugh at me, y'all. But look, we're spiritual beings. Everything we do is spiritual. Everything, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, everything we do is spiritual. Everything. When we first walk into the room, especially in these times, the mass awakening that's going on in these times, as soon as we walk into the room, we trying to peep the energy. We peeping the energy. We trying to see who, what, when, where, and how, what's going on. Before we even indulge into anything. Everything we do is spiritual. Even when it comes down to the seasoning of what we put on our food. That shit is spiritual. How we plate our food is spiritual. We have been disconnected. We have been completely disconnected from our culture to the point where we don't even understand how we supposed to even plate our food and what combinations that we supposed to be putting inside of our body when it comes to food. They literally programmed us and indoctrinated us far away from our own culture. Far away from our own culture. It's brazy, man. It's brazy and it's sad. But everything we do is spiritual. Everything. But look, I ain't finna go too deep about it. I told y'all, man, tonight it's about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been, y'all know, for the past few weeks, man, I've been jumping on here and I've been going brazy. Oh yeah, you feel me? That nuck if you buck wide up. Hey, look, if you buck, hey, what? They go, what? Wait, who? And especially when I was in the streets, nigga, we in the club. Nigga, I'm 15. What? I'm in the club with a whole lot of gangsters and they playing nuck if you buck. And I just jumped off the porch. Oh, nigga, it's time to prove myself. Boom, I'm punching the nigga in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why it's important, man. The frequency of the music literally alters our DNA, which alters our subconscious, which alters our conscious, which alters our thoughts, which then alter our reality. And we respond to it. We respond to it. I know y'all laughing at me, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it gangster. If you just sit back and you look at life from a bird's eye view and just the frequency of the music, just think about it. 2-3 minutes in of whatever music you listening to, pay attention to how you feel when you listening to it. Just pay attention. But guess what? You turn on some tribal music. You know what I'm saying? You turn on some flutes or some African drums. You want to dance. You know what I'm saying? You want to move the hips. Yeah. Turn on some jazz music. Watch how calm you are. Turn on some meditation. Like, this shit is real, bro. This shit is a spiritual welfare on us. Why? Because they know we are spiritual beings. They know we are the gods of this land. They know our power. We are dark matter energy. I spoke about this in my last live, y'all. We are dark matter energy manifested in carbon, scientifically named neuromelanin. All natural life forms come from dark matter energy. Carbon, neuromelanin. We got all of that shit. Plants do what with the sun? Literally, you can put what they call photosynthesis. Plants sit in the sun and creates oxygen. Scientists just now discovering that melanin can do the same damn thing. Do y'all not understand that? We are the closest to nature. We are the closest to plants. If you don't know what dark matter energy is, just watch my last live. I'm telling you, I go crazy. But what I'm saying is, we are closest to plants. We can literally sit in the sun as neuromelanated beings, as carbon beings, as dark matter energy. We can sit in the sun, and our body, our melanin, our neuromelanin will literally create oxygen to breathe. We are the closest to plants. We don't need food. All we need is, truthfully, if you want me to keep it gangster with you, truthfully, all we need is 3 things: water, sunlight, and oxygen. Water, sunlight, and oxygen. Man, look. But look, let's dive into this community gathering, man. I see a few questions. Let me dive in this real quick. All right, so somebody asked, I am really trying to detox my body, but I don't know where to start. Can you give me any ideas? Yes. So the perfect way to detox your body, one of the things I just want to put a disclaimer out there is that I am not I'm not an extremist, all right? So I'm not about to sit here and tell you what you should be eating and what you need to be eating. What I will say is this. I will give you the information, and you can take the information, you can take it and run with it, let it go in one ear and out the other. But again, I'm not an extremist, all right? Because, I understand it, whatever the case, I understand the journey. You know what I mean? I understand that everybody's journey is not for everybody. And I understand that there are beings that need to come back here. You feel what I'm saying? Not all of us is going to ascend to 5D and non-ethers and different realms and et cetera, et cetera. You feel what I'm saying? Most of us is not finna do that. You know what I mean? Some of us need to come back down here because we still got a lot of shit to learn. Some of us is still new souls. A lot of us are still new souls. You know what I mean? So a lot of us, whatever. But the best way to detox the body, right? First, we need to understand, and understand this, that we are electrical beings, right? If we are electrical beings, in order to maximize our electricity that literally exists within inside of us, we must do what? Eat and drink electrical things. How do I know we are electrical beings? I'm sure we've all experienced and all seen taking a balloon, rubbing it against our hair, and then, our hair stick up. Or walking up on somebody, touching them, accidentally shocking them. We are electrical beings, so we need electrical things. So the best way to detox your body, the first thing I would say is to start putting electrical things inside of your body. Now, one thing I have touched on before in a few of my lives back is that fruits and vegetables are 2 different things. They process and they digest within inside the body 2 different ways. I'm going to explain. Vegetables rebuild the body, rebuild muscles, rebuild neural pathways. They rebuild. Now, fruits, they cleanse. So although we are electrical beings, we must understand this, that fruits and vegetables digest 2 different ways. This is why I always say, never mix fruits and never mix vegetables. Do as you please. Again, I'm not an extremist. I am just here to give you the information. That's it. If you want to mix the fruits and vegetables, baby, go ahead. Do your thug thizzle. But again, I am not an extremist. I'm just here to give you the information. So do not mix fruits and vegetables. If you truly want to detox the body, juice, 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 juice. I can't say it enough. I will say also eat the fruit, because that fiber is going to break down, and it's going to also break down the fecal matter inside of your small intestines and your large intestines. It's going to push all of that out. So the best way I would say is first changing your diet the best way that you can, which is by way of fruit. Right now, you can go on my website. For those that don't know, I do have a website. It's called The Blood That Heals. I sell herbal compounds. Now, one of the 2 main things that is one of the most powerful things on my website is called, for detoxification, it's called Super Mover and Super Mover 2. Super Mover 1 and Super Mover 2. Now, for those that don't know, I am no longer doing capsules, only powder. Why? Because the information, daily I am learning. Okay, so when I've done more research on capsules, whether they're vegan or non-vegan, I've done more research on them, and I understand and understand how they digest and break down inside the body. And it's similar. It's all similar. It's like swallowing plastic. Okay, and that's not what I'm promoting. So everything is in powder form now, and of course instructions come with it. But on my website, thebloodthatheals.com, you can get the Super Mover 1 the Super Mover 1 and Super Mover 2. Right now, if you get the Super Mover 1 and the Super Mover 2, I do advise also getting the kidney filtration. Why? Because once the lymphatic system is up and back running, ready to digest, ready to eliminate, the kidneys, my OGs on here, we don't spoke about this. The kidneys is the filtration system of the body, which means that once the lymphatic system starts to break down and in motion, now your kidneys must process and eliminate by way of urination and or fecal matter. All right. Now, before I move on, I do want to say, if you do not want to purchase anything on my website, listen, I'm a real nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I put the ingredients on my website. You ain't got to pay nothing. You can go on my website, look at the ingredients, and you can make your own herbal compound. The reason why I do that is because, hey, money, niggas make money. The God, I'm prosperous, abundance, and prosperity. But I'm about giving the information so you all can not only teach yourself, but teach the people, places, and things around you. Not only heal yourself, but also heal the people, places, and things around you, which is why I opened up my herbal class. For those that don't know, I have an herbal class now. You can sign up, $25 a month. You learning everything, the body, the herbs, everything. You feel what I'm saying? So I pray I answered your question. Come on, we going to add somebody on here real quickly split, you feel me? Let me see what's going on real quick. So we got Rachel Rawlings, Mrs. Knox, from the class. All right. Well, Rachel can't come in. It's all good. Let me go back in these questions real quick. So I see a lot of questions. Again, if this is your first time on the community gathering, if you got any questions, you can put the question in question mark. And or if you want to join me on my live, you can request. You feel me? You can request. Let me see what's going on real quick. I'm gonna go to here. Okay. Everybody talking about the new book I've been reading. Let me grab the book for y'all, man. Man, when I say I've been getting over like over like 100 DMs every time I post this book. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to respond, but man, it be so many. I just be like, ugh, sheesh. But look, I'm gonna show y'all the book, man. So the new book that I'm reading is called Sexual Secrets. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I mark my place real quick. So I'll be in here studying. Yeah, I'm on here. So the book is called Sexual Secrets: The Alchemy of Ecstasy. This is the book. Y'all can screenshot it. Now I'm giving y'all a free game now, because this book right here, nigga, this book right here, you talk about sex. Hey man, listen, like I always say, man. So in the past, man, I like my sexual energy is high, right? I got high sex energy. And in the past, I've dealt with certain partners that couldn't really keep up with my sexual energy. And I always thought, or I felt like there was like something wrong with me. You know what I mean? So I kind of fell back. You feel what I'm saying? And I started to learn myself. I started to understand and understand myself so I can take control and be able to control my sexual energy as a man, right? And so when I started to learn, you know what I'm saying, and have more insight and start using my creative energy, my sexual energy, right? When I started to utilize that in a more productive way with intentions behind it, ooh. See, people wonder why people wonder how I run over 7 businesses at one time. People wonder because of my creative energy. As a man, I'm speaking as a man, right? So again, the book is called Sexual Secrets: The Alchemy of Ecstasy, right? Now, for those that don't know, I treat all my books as study books. You feel what I'm saying? So even on this page, like, they give you yoga poses. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, they got pictures in there too. But look, besides the picture, you feel what I'm saying? It's all kind of dope shit in here, man. Let me see. They give you yoga, they give you sacred yoga poses in here. Oh wow, I ain't see that page. I can't wait to get back here. I'm trying to show y'all all the yoga poses real quick before I continue. I don't know. They give y'all yoga poses, man. They give you different sexual positions, intimate positions to not only just to enjoy it, but to also transmute that yin and yang energy, right? So like I teach in my semen retention, in my ejaculation control course, I teach that as a man, you got to take your time with your partner. The reason being is because when your partner is fully relaxed, she can be in her full essence of yang, right? And because we're naturally in our yin, in our yin, right? We can automatically transmute that, and we can give our partner our yin. And because she's relaxed, she can give us our yang. So it's like a transmutation, a transferable energy. This is why sex is so sacred, right? Because you're transferring energy. Now, one of the major things that I also speak about is the energy centers. So one of them, let me see. So I think this is, I don't think so. One of the positions, right? Listen, y'all don't laugh, all right? Listen, come on, y'all. I'm for real right now. You know what I'm saying? I know sex is a very exciting topic. You feel what I'm saying? But for real. So boom. So when it comes to sex, right, it's different positions and different things that you can do to actually transmute this powerful energy, right? And let it circulate. So one of the positions that you can do is this, right? So as you can see, I'm talking about this one at the bottom. Now, for those that don't know, we have 7 main chakras. Everybody know about it, right? We have 7 main chakras. Everybody know about it. But a lot of people don't understand that our hands and our feet are also powerful energy centers, which is why they say when you go outside and you ground, make sure your shoes is off and your feet is in the ground. When you also ground, make sure your hands are in the sky, receiving the energy from the sun. So now it's like a transmutation are transferring energy from the sun through your body down to the grass, through Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. You know what I'm saying? Back up through back from Mother Gaia up through the body, up through my bad, y'all, up through Mother Gaia, back through the body, back up into the sun. It's literally energy transfer. So what you're doing is, in this position, right, is that when your woman is relaxed and you're relaxing, you taking your time and you're not focused just on a nut, you feel what I'm saying? You can literally transmute energy. You see how they feet are connected with each other? You're literally transferring and transmuting sacred energy, healing energy. This is why they say that most people that have high sex energy, they have high healing energy, because sex is literally healing energy. Somebody said, Maya, you funny. You said it like the scissoring position. Nah, it ain't the scissoring. Let me show y'all again real quick. So it's not the scissoring, whatever the case may be. This is a man and this is a woman, right? His penis is inserting her, and as they're cultivating sexual energy, they're transmuting the energy by having their energy centers connected. Their feet, just like how I teach my men. When you are taking your time with your partner and you're practicing ejaculation control and you literally want to heal each other, I've often always say that when you get done having sex, and if you're tired, you're not having sex correctly, because after sex you're supposed to be energized. Now one of the positions that I also impute to my men in my class, I tell them, listen, when you're having sex with your partner and you're on top of her, make sure that all your chakras are aligned. Make sure they're touching. Make sure you're pelvic to pelvic, stomach to stomach, chest to chest, mouth to mouth, head to head, and also hand to hand, right? And as you guys are engaging in this sacred act, when she breathe in, you breathe out. When she breathe out, you breathe in. Now it's like a circle. It's a real circulation of energy. This is why sex is so powerful. Ooh, hey, this is why sex is so powerful. See, I had to learn this shit. I had to learn about semen retention and ejaculation control to be able to control myself, and not only control myself, but control the energy, transmute that energy up the powerful centers, right? The chakras, which is what they call the Kundalini rising, when you're transmuting it up, right? And now when it's resting at heart chakra, now I'm literally being creative again. Being creative is literally feminine. It's divine feminine energy. You have to, in order to be creative, you have to be touched within you. You have to be divinely connected to your own divine femininity as a man and woman. That's the only way. That's the only way you can literally be. That's the only way you can be creative. So, again, the book is called Sexual Secrets, man. As y'all can see, I just started. You know, like I said, I treat it like a study book, man. I got all kind of underlines. I got all kind of notes. It's powerful. You know, it talks about the history of sex, what the ancients used to do to utilize sex, to build the chi, to build the energy up. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to dive more deep into it, because it talks about the flower of life. Like I said, it talks about different sacred positions that you can have between each other to actually circulate more energy and build up that bond, that sacred spiritual energy, right? They got yoga poses that you all can practice with each other. Like, this is powerful. It's powerful. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love this book. I love it. So yeah, that's the book, y'all. That's the book. Let me see, man. I see a few people that want to join. Let's see. We got Jess Pretty. You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Oh man, y'all going bananas in the comment. Hey, dang, is it my phone? Cause I know I just added two people. I just added two people back to back, and it ain't even. It keeps saying unable to join. Let me see. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if it's Instagram. I don't know if it's my phone. I don't know what's going on. I just added 2 people back to back. Let me try to add somebody else. Let me see what's going on. All right. You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Unable to join. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Y'all don't know if it's I don't know if it's Instagram or what. I done added 4 people back to back. And it ain't trying to add nobody. So I don't know. I'm gonna go into the question bar. Y'all still asking about the book. Look, y'all screenshot the book, y'all. Hey, listen, it's gonna be my last time showing this book right here, nigga. This book right here is powerful, man. I'm telling you, there's some shit up in this book. All right. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting people join. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna just jump into the question box, man. I'm gonna answer these questions a lot. Shoot, it's a lot of questions. All right, let me see. So somebody asked, how do you break your fast? So I break my fast with juice. You know what I'm saying? Well, if I'm doing a juice fast, of course that wouldn't apply. I mean, honestly, it all depends on how long you do a fast, right? So if you're only doing like a 3-day fast, you can break your fast with first off, it's about what kind of fast you're doing, right? So from my perspective, I'm gonna take it as a juice fast. So when I juice fast, when I just drink my juice for like 4 days, how I break my fast, I tend to just eat something raw, right? So I may eat like a big old thing of fruit, or I may eat a nice little collard wrap, you know what I'm saying, with some carrot tuna or something like that. That's how I break my fast. But again, it's all about how long you do the fast as well, because if I'm on juice for like 30 plus days, which I've done before, that's the first thing I did not eat. I didn't eat a lot of solids. I did eat fruit, but it wasn't a lot. Why? Because your digestive system has not been used, in 30 plus days. You know what I mean? So if you instantly put heavy food or heavy solids or a lot of solids inside of your intestines, you can literally hurt yourself. You could damage yourself. You know what I mean? So it really depends on what fast you're doing, how long you're doing a fast. But to break your fast, I definitely recommend fruit. You know what I'm saying? Something raw, even if it's like a wrap, a collard wrap, fruit, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So I pray I answered your question. I'm too confused on building my cheetah nut. No. That's not the purpose. Listen, if you want me to dive, man, I want to dive. I want to dive deep into the semen retention and ejaculation control. But at the same time, I'll be spilling out the secrets that's in my class. You know what I'm saying? Like, oof, I would dive into it, man. All right, so look, let me see. Hold on. All right, so let me see. Let me find you again. Okay, I'm too focused on building my cheetah nut. Oh, okay, that's not a question. I thought you was asking a question, bro. My bad. All right. Let me see. Let me answer some more questions real quick. So somebody asked, hey, do you think a person can be religious and spiritual? Do you think a person can be religious and spiritual? Do I think so? I believe so, yes, because, and the reason why I say this is because we are carbon beings, because we are neuromelanated beings, right? Everything we do is spiritual. So even when it comes to being religious, you know what I'm saying? Like, we put spirituality tied into that. Now, one thing about religion, of course, they keep you restricted. And, listen, to each his own. Excuse me, to each his own. But to answer your question, yes, I honestly believe that, you could be religious and spiritual at the same time. It's all about your belief. It's all about your perspective. And it's all about whatever you're controlling inside of your reality. You know what I mean? So to each his own, you feel me? And to me, I say that I say that I'm spiritual, for lack of better words, so people can understand and understand where I'm coming from and my position. But but for me, my inner self, honestly, I'm just being. You feel what I'm saying? I'm being like I got a Bible open. Excuse me. Listen, I got a Bible. This is the Holy Bible right here. I read this Bible every day. I swear to you, I read this Bible every day. Proverbs. I break it down though. Like I'm not reading Proverbs, Psalms, Kings, what else? Ezekiel. Like I be breaking this shit down. Matthew, especially Matthew. Because they look but do not see, and they listen but they do not hear, neither do they understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. Man, listen, I ain't even finna break this shit down because yeah, I be reading this Bible, man. I be breaking it down, but also understand that I got the Holy Quran in there. I got the Kabbalah in there. I got the holy tablets in there. I got man, I got so many ancient scripts in there. Man, I be reading. You feel what I'm saying? I be studying. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily say I'm spiritual to keep it gangster with you. I'm just being. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being, man. But to answer your question, yeah. You know, listen, I could break this Bible down. Let me see. Let me hop into Genesis real quick. Let me hop into Genesis real quick. Let me see. So, all right, so boom. So check this, right? So Genesis, right? So Genesis 2:16 says, and the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat from it, you will surely die. Right? Now, when I broke this down, of course, it's all about perspective. Right? Now, when I broke it down, I ain't gonna go too deep about inside of my notes. Is just saying that the old you of knowing nothing. Right? This is basically God, or this scripture, Genesis 2:16, emphasizing the old you of knowing nothing, being oblivious to all. Then it says, for God know that on the day you eat of it, if your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Listen to what I just said. For God knows that on the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. So now we have to understand. Now listen, listen. All I'm doing here, I'm not trying to revert nobody, convert nobody, do none of that shit. All I'm doing in this moment, right, is I'm just helping y'all to think, to be critical thinkers, to think for yourself, right? Not let somebody else think for you, but to think for yourself. Now, when we even break those two, all this is in Genesis. Now that second one was Genesis 3:5. For God knows that on the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Now we got to ask ourselves, okay, if God just told me not to eat from the tree of knowledge, knowing good and evil, why is that? Why does not God want me to know good and evil? Why does he not want me to know who I am? Because now we got to break this down to be now we got to break this down, the esoteric way now. You feel what I'm saying? Now, so boom. Hold on, let me see real quickly split. You feel me? Now let me earth compounds. By the sweat of your face, you will eat bread. From the dust you return. The man called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. All right, so now check this, right? So now it says, now we're gonna go to Genesis 22, and we're gonna be done. We're gonna be done. I'm gonna go to the other questions. All right. So now it says, the Lord God said, the man has become like one of us. This is when he ate from the tree of knowledge. Listen to me now. The Lord God said, the man has become like one of us. Who is us? Uh-oh. If it was only God, Only one being. And he told us not to eat from the tree of knowledge, knowing good and evil. But we just ate from the tree of knowledge. And now whoever God is talking to, who is God talking to, saying that he's become like one of us? The Lord God said, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. And now he might reach out his hand and also take from the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, the Lord God sent him out from the Garden of Eden to the ground from which he was taken. He drove the man out in the east, etc., etc. Listen, yeah. You get the gist. You get the gist, y'all. Let's go to these questions, man. Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. Listen, man, look. Man, this shit esoteric, man. This is why I say that let me see. This is why I say when I read the Bible, I don't read surface level. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't read and look at the Bible. I read and look at the Bible. You feel me? I know I ain't saying nothing. I don't want to say nothing. You're right. I'm not saying nothing at all. I ain't saying shit. But watch this. Let him who have ears hear. Let him who have eyes see. Let him who have ears hear. See, we so connected to talking and thinking that I ain't saying nothing. Yeah, okay. See, that's surface level shit. See, you think I'm not talking. You think I'm not talking. But like I said, let him who have ears hear. See, I don't want you to understand me. That's the problem. I want you to understand and overstand what I'm saying. This is why I say, don't listen to me. Listen to me. Don't watch me. Watch me. Man, listen. Let him who have ears hear. Let's go to these next questions, man. Let's move on. Let me scroll down real quick. Somebody asked, what do you use on your face for clear skin? I just use shea butter. I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. No, well, I do use it's a dope ass company called Body Love by Tidal. Fucking fire products. I love it. It's beautiful. But I always tell people, listen, at the end of the day, it's not about what you put on your skin. I mean, it's not about what you put on your body. It's about what you put inside of your body. Okay? It's not about what you put on your body, but inside of your body. Somebody said Christianity actually originated in Africa. Really? I wonder not what history books you're reading, but who history books you're reading. Because if you read in our history books, baby, the whole story is broken down into, man, you know what? I don't want to get into that, man. I don't want to get into that because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like I'm not in the business of trying to like make people believe what I believe. You know what I'm saying? I ain't into all of that shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Believe what you want. You know what I mean? Do as you please, man. I ain't into that. I'm not into trying to convert nobody. Man, let's go to the next one. Let's see what else going on. Let me scroll down. Let me see. Somebody asked, is the herbal class online? Yeah, so the herbal class is on my Patreon. You can click in my link and you can look at my Patreon. It's going to say herbal healing class. You can sign up. Let me see. So somebody asked, can you speak about our adrenal glands? I am experiencing adrenal fatigue, so I am taking. So I'm gonna let you know something right now. What it is just your kidneys not filtrating right properly. The only thing that you got to do, right? The only thing that you got to do is is infiltrate your lymphatic system and get that lymphatic system running so it can start eliminating and processing and digesting, and so that bacteria also can kill the bad bacteria and also get your kidneys filtrated, right? Because your adrenal glands are literally like two pyramids that is on top of the kidneys, right? And that right there is the exact thing is that you want to get back going. You know what I mean? So definitely cleanse, get on some fruit juice. You know what I'm saying? You can get on my brain and nerve tincture. So I got it on my website, the Blood That Heals. I got a brain and nerve tincture. You could definitely either buy that, or you can look at the ingredients, and you could take the ingredients and make your own tincture. What else I got on my page? Definitely the Super Mover 2, and definitely the kidney filtration tea, for sure. Definitely the kidney filtration tea. The best way to activate the lymphatic system is to detox. That's it. If your lymphatic system just backed up, it's just backed up with toxins, man. You feel me? So that's the best way. So somebody asked, okay, I see that. Now that your eyes are wide open and you see things clearly, did your friend circle become smaller? Most definitely. 100%. For sure. For sure. Let me see what other questions y'all got real quick, man. Somebody asked, do you believe that neuromelanin beings should use sunscreen? Good question. Somebody asked, do you believe that neuromelanin beings should use sunscreens? Absolutely not. Why do I say that? We have been told that sunscreen is supposed to protect us from the sun, right? And that is completely opposite. We do not need protection from the sun. The sun actually helps us. The sun unlocks our DNA. The sun gives us information. The sun does a lot of powerful things for our body as neuromelanated beings. So we do not need sunscreen, right? The people that need sunscreens, the being that needs sunscreens are the beings that cannot stay in the sun longer than 10 minutes. You know, it's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And one of the things, even as being a neuromelanated being, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you cannot stay in the sun for longer than 10 minutes without getting irritated, and I'm talking to the neuromelanated beings here, I'm talking to the carbon beings. If you cannot sit in the sun for over 10, 15 minutes without getting irritated, without getting agitated, without saying, oh, it's too hot, you're toxic. You have toxic entities and toxic beings either around you and or inside of you. And what I mean by that is I'm talking about parasites, worms, the toxins that we've been putting inside of our body. The sun literally helps our body and aid in our body to also eliminate things. So if you're in the sun, right, and you start sweating within 10 minutes and you feel like, oh, it's too hot and I'm this, that, and that's your body. That's your body eliminating. When you sweat, your sweat glands are produced to eliminate toxins from the body. This is why I always go inside the sauna, because at the end of the day, we're always putting toxins inside of our body, whether we know it or not. For those that don't know, the chemtrails that they're spraying is number toxins. Then on top of that, the shit that's inside the chemtrails are called nanobots. I told y'all the experiment. If this is your first time on here and you've never heard about the experiment about the nanobots, you can go to the store, get you some natural, organic, non-GMO cranberry juice. Get a plate, get some alcohol, gargle in your mouth the cranberry juice for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Do not swallow it. Spit it out on the plate. When you spit out on the plate, you're going to see some thick black shit come out of your mouth, right? You're going to take the alcohol, pour a little bit on the alcohol, pour a little alcohol on a little black thickness, and it's going to start moving. Those are nanobots. You can't see them, but as we keep breathing them in and we try to detox from them, they're going to come out as clusters. And so when you spit that out and you see that thick black, the thick black substance, that's the nanobots. That's literally an accumulation of nothing but nanobots that they've been spraying us with. So regardless, we're constantly putting toxins inside of our body, whether we notice or not. This is why it's important to at least take care of our body the best way that we can. I say this all the time. How can you expect to enter the temple of God when you can't even take care of the temple that God gave you? So if you go in the sun as a natural being and you can't be in the sun no longer than 10 minutes without getting irritated or agitated, you need to detox. It's as simple as that. You need to detox because you need the sun and the sun needs you. The sun gives you information and you give the sun information. You are connected to the sun, which is why, especially men, which is why when we rise in the morning, when the sun is rising, guess what else rises in the morning? Hello. We are connected to nature. Between 12 and 4 p.m., the sun is where in the sky? It's in its highest state in the sky, which means what? What does this have to do with anything? When the sun is in its highest peak in the sky, our stomach is producing hydrochloric acid, which means between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m., right, which is the sun being the highest in the sky, our hydrochloric acid is also the highest, it's also highest in our body, which means that it is prepared to break down and digest whatever food that you put inside of your body. So, which is why with all of my healing cases, I tell my people, listen, eat between 12 and 4 p.m. Eat their largest meal between 12 and 4 p.m. because your hydrochloric acid inside of your stomach is in its highest peak and it is ready to digest and eliminate. So to answer your question, now I don't believe we don't need sunscreen. We need to be in the sun. That's what we need to do, because a lot of us don't be in the sun. We be in the house on our phone all day, watching TV, watching Netflix. We need to be in the sun. We need to be eating in the sun. We need to be drinking juice in the sun. We need to be grounding in the sun. We need to be looking at the sun. We need to be thanking the sun, because without the sun, we wouldn't even be here. I told y'all we are the closest to plants. We only need 3 things, which is what? Water, oxygen, and most importantly, the sun. The sun activates our neuromelanin. I'm telling you. All right, let me see, man. Let me see what else. Let me see. All right, so somebody asked, what is that? All right, so what is the natural way to heal thrush on the tongue? Okay, boom. For those that don't know, thrush on the tongue is nothing but yeast infection, right? That's like similar to a female having a yeast infection, and she's and her vagina is releasing like thick white fluid stuff. It's it's a bacteria, it's fungus. You know what I mean? So I mean it's about diet. You know what I'm saying? It's all about diet. The best way I can tell you to do is to start switching your diet. Start eliminating. You gotta eliminate, man. Your body is made to heal, and if your body cannot eliminate, it does what? It accumulates, and this is where dis-ease of the body come in. I pray I answered your question. Oh yeah, y'all didn't know that? It's yeast. Yeah, it's yeast. That's all it is. Y'all didn't know that? It's yeast in the mouth. Shit, man. One thing I can definitely tell y'all is get away from the fluoride toothpaste for sure. One of the natural things that I do for my teeth, I gargle with coconut oil for about 10, maybe 15 minutes. Coconut oil, amazing. Oh yeah, you could definitely do that, right? So boom, gargle with some coconut oil, brush your mouth with some baking soda, right? Then you brush your tongue and your gums with natural toothpaste. And or what you can do is you can just get some a little peppermint oil and brush your gums, brush your tongue. You good to go, because a lot of people don't understand that coconut oil first off, coconut oil naturally whitens the teeth. Coconut oil also naturally restores the gums. Coconut oil also breaks down and eliminates the bad bacteria inside of your mouth. I'm telling you, man, coconut oil is very good. So gargle your mouth with some coconut oil for about 10, maybe 15 minutes. That's what I do. I brush my teeth with baking soda. I brush my teeth with baking soda. Then I get some natural and fluoride-free toothpaste, and I brush my tongue and I brush my gums. That's the best thing that you can do. And also, when it comes to yeast infections, rather it's for those that listen, for those that don't know, having dandruff in his hair is also yeast as well, right? That's yeast. All right. I want y'all to know that as well. So if you got dandruff, that's yeast. All right. If you know the yeast infection in the vagina, listen, it's all gonna be taken care of. One of the major things that you can also do, especially when it comes to dandruff in the hair, one of the things is that you're just dehydrated. So drink more water. And one of the most hydrating things that you can eat, that you can drink, is fruit. I'm telling you, man, get you some natural green coconuts, cut them guys open. That's good coconut water. You can juice some fruit. This is watermelon, ginger, and key limes, organic, natural, and seeded, non-GMO. You feel what I'm saying, man? Hydrate yourself. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's the best thing you can do. That used to be gone. Fruit juice, man. H320. Somebody asked, do you believe melanin is a superpower? What? Do I believe that melanin is a superpower? What? It's more, superpower is an understatement. Listen, go to my last live. I don't know if it was my last live from last week or my live from the previous week from last week. I speak about how powerful we are. No, I think it was last week when I spoke about 666, the beast, 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, which make up carbon, dark matter energy. All natural living forms come from dark matter energy, carbon, manifested into neuromelanin, scientifically named, manifested into carbon, scientifically named neuromelanin. Do I believe melanin is a superpower? That's an understatement. All them superheroes that they just quote unquote made up, or they got us watching as a make-believe, but they talking about us. They talking about us. Superman, that's you. The Hulk, that's you. What? All that shit is you. All that shit is us. Come on, man. They putting the shit in our face. But I also spoke about in previous lives about that representation matters. It's a reason why they don't show us as Superman. It's a reason why they don't show us as the Hulk. It's a reason why they don't show us as Thanos. It's a reason why they don't show us as Thor. It's a reason why they don't show us as Spider-Man. It's a reason why they don't show us as these superheroes. Because what happens is that if they showed us how powerful we are, if they showed you a neuromelanated carbon being as Superman, do you not understand the kind of DNA that's going to unlock inside of us? Especially as a child. I say this all the time, the best nation that we have is imagination. So all children have imagination. So if a neuromelanated child, see another neuromelanated being as Superman, do you not know what that would do to the DNA? What? That child gonna become more powerful than Superman. Do I believe melanin is a superpower? Baby, we is the superpower. Superpower ain't got shit on us. I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. All that teleporting, all the flying, all the invincible. Man, that shit ain't got nothing compared to the shit that we can do. Nothing. Nothing. We're just under light code frequency lockdown, right? We not putting electrical things inside of our body. They're constantly poisoning us through air, water, food, and all of the above, even to the clothes. The Holy Scriptures talk about the clothes. Do not mix fabrics. Why? Because fabrics also vibrate at a frequency. Cotton is the most highest frequency there is. man, listen. This is why they also got us believing that 98% of our DNA is junk DNA, shit that's supposed to be in the trash. Why do they got us believing that if we were created in his image, why the hell did he give us over 98% DNA? 98% DNA that is just there. Come on, man. Just imagine if all that shit was what? Go watch Lucy. You want to talk about some superpower? Go watch the movie Lucy. At the end of the movie, it literally showed you that how powerful she became when she unlocked over 100% of our brain capacity. That's unlocking our DNA. They got us shit nowadays because of technology and the shit that we put inside of our bodies. I'm talking about not just food. I'm talking about everything. We only got we barely even 3%, barely even 4% of our brain unlocked. So go watch the movie Lucy and go watch her unlock 100% of her DNA. And at the end of the movie, you're going to literally see her manifest into dark matter energy. They literally show everything inside of our face. She manifested herself into dark. She unlocked all of her DNA and all of her 100% capacity of her brain and literally became dark matter energy. But those that don't know what dark matter energy is, it is just everything. Matter of fact, for over the 222 people that's in this live right now, 222. How about this? If you don't know what dark matter energy is, how about this? We're going to be silent for about 5 seconds. All I need you to do is close your eyes, right? Close your eyes for 5 seconds, and you're going to meet dark matter energy. Well, I can't do it because I got lights on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You probably got lights on, whatever the case may be. But listen, I'm going to just say this, all right? After this live, cut off all the lights, cut off all the noise, cut off all the distractions. Sit and close your eyes. And that right there is dark matter energy. Dark matter energy is everything. Dark matter energy is everything. Knowing that you are connected to everything yet attached to nothing. When you close your eyes, you see darkness for a reason, because now everything becomes one. You are no longer separate from everything. You are everything, and everything is you. That is what dark matter energy is. Dark matter, of course, you know, I can go deeper. Dark matter energy, chaos and darkness and light and et cetera, but I'm just answering a question. Do you believe melanin is a superpower, baby? All that superpower shit, baby, that shit ain't nowhere near compared to the shit that we have, that we can do, the capabilities that we have. I pray I answered your question. Let me see, man. Let me try to add somebody else on here real quick, man. Let me scroll down. Let me see. I'm going to try to add somebody on here, man. Let me see if you raise your hand, come on to the front of the class. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's going on with the live tonight. I'm not able to add nobody, unfortunately. I've been trying to add people. This is my 5th time trying to add somebody. So, let me see. Hold on. Let me see what this is. Let me see if this one gonna go. Let me see. You raise your hand. Come on, sir. Who is that? JJ, Ray. Let me see.
Ain't no, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Ain't no way. I done requested 2 hours ago. I don't know how I'm the only person that's able to join for real.
That shit crazy.
You know what's crazy? I was just about to ask you to put a female on to match the energy. You know what I'm saying? That shit good to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to add people, man. I don't know what's going on.
And yeah, I'm the only person that was able to join.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I just 1, 2, 3. I just added 4 women.
That can't be real. Something ain't right.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, but what's up, though?
It was popping, God.
Look, I look, he just started following you just recently and shit. So
yeah,
I'm starting learning a little here and there. You know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But I had some questions. I forgot. I was asking you so many questions. I don't forgot about them already.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, shit. If they come back to you, just throw them in the question mark or
Oh yeah,
request
but
it.
that's the thing. I was saying that I ain't seen no question box or whatever that we was earlier. I ain't seen one.
Well, look. If it come back, just pull back up.
All right, bet. Come on.
All right.
All right.
Too much being said. They're not trying to have on the Instagram live. I know, right? But and see, that's crazy. See, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I just had over like 20 people trying to request. Well, not 20 people. I was probably a little less than that, probably like 10. But now it's all gone. Now it's only 2 people, and it's the same 2 people that I've been trying to add. I don't know what's going on, y'all. That shit. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Y'all don't know what's going on, y'all. But I'm gonna just jump back in the question box, and I'm gonna see what's going on. Let me see. Somebody, okay, in need regular one-on-one. I'm in need of spiritual cleansing. I feel you have a lot of. If you need a one-on-one, I do consultations too as well. You can go, just click the link in my bio and click consultations, and you can schedule a consultation. I do consultations as well if you need a one-on-one. So yeah, for sure. Dark matter energy. In Genesis 1 verse 26, we have the dominion over everything. We are gods. I mean, shit even said in Psalms. I said, you are gods, children of the Most High. But you will die like mere men and fall like the princes. I said, ye are gods, but will fall like the princes and die like mere men. I mean, it's everywhere, man. You know, like I said, man, at this point, ignorance is a choice. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not here to persuade anybody. You know, believe what you want to believe in. But at the end of the day, when it comes to information and facts, man, we gotta stop. What it is that we gotta stop picking and choosing what we wanna believe. We gotta stop picking and choosing what we want to see. We gotta stop picking and choosing what we want to hear. We gotta stop picking and choosing shit if we're gonna subscribe to something. If we're gonna pick and choose and subscribe to something, man, we gotta take everything that come with it. That's a part of being taking accountability. That's a part of being and standing on your 10 toes. If you're gonna be a part of this, you gotta accept everything. You gotta accept everything. In the ancient scripture, it says, I said ye are gods, but you will die like mere men and fall like the princes. You know what I'm saying? Even in the ancient scripture, it says that what it say? It say that the kingdom of God, no, it says there will be no observation. They will not say here it is or there it is. For remember, the kingdom of God is within you. Come on, y'all. Let me see what else. Somebody asked, when you juice, is it more so to give the body a break from solid foods? Most definitely. Facts. Now, the reason why you want to give your body a break from solid food is because one of the main things is that when we continue to put solid foods inside of our body, we tend to overstimulate our digestive system, right? So our digestive system never have time to rest. And so what happens is that over time, because our digestive system don't have time to rest, and then on top of the things that we've been putting inside of our digestive system, it doesn't fully digest, right? It doesn't fully break down nor eliminate. So now inside of our intestinal wall, we have built up mucus, built up feces inside of our body. This is why a lot of people breath stink. I mean, shit, if you want me to keep it gangster with you, it's not your breath that stinks. What it is the air. It's the gases that is coming out of your intestines because of the food that's just sitting there fermenting and rotting inside of your body. So I am most definitely an advocate from taking a break from solid foods. fasting, only juicing for a few days. You know what I mean? Most definitely. Like, for an example, you know, and this is why in the beginning I say I'm not an extremist, because even for those that's not vegan, like, I get it. You don't have to be vegan. You know what I mean? But what I am an advocate, and what I will say and suggest is that if you're going to eat the food that you eat, go ahead and eat it, but also give your body a break and give your body time to digest and eliminate what you put inside of your body. So for those that love seafood, for those that love crab legs, eat the crab legs. If you ate them today, boom, eat the crab legs today, right? But for the next 2 to 3 days, give your body a break. Give your digestive system a break and eat some walnuts, right? Juice. Drink a lot of water for the next 2, 3 days. You know what I mean? Don't eat anything heavy. Eat some seeded grapes, some watermelons. You know what I'm saying? Eat some strawberries, some blueberries, some blackberries. Yeah, put some, you know, yeah, eat some oranges. Put some stuff inside of your body so your body can have a chance to eliminate what you just put inside of your body. So now on the 4th or 5th day, you can eat your crab legs again, or you can eat whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's about giving your body a break to eliminate. So I pray I answered your question. Like I say, you know, at the end of the day, like I always say, man, listen, how do you expect to enter the temple of God if you cannot take care of the temple that God gave you? I pray I answered your question. All right, so we got, okay. So it look like, I don't know. I'm going to see about try to add somebody else something here real quick. So let me scroll down. So we got Jordan Michaela. I really hope it asks you, because I want to add people. Okay, she declined. Okay, so it did go through. Okay. All right, so let me see. Let me go to let me scroll down. Let me go to foreign variant. I really hope it adds y'all. So she declined. So it looks like it's working, y'all. I really want to add some people up in here. Have a nice little dialogue.
Forever rain. Forever rain.
Hey.
What's good?
What's poppin', Queen? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm just tuning in to the call.
I love it. What's going on?
So I just wanted to cop me. It's a lot I could say. This is my first time tuning into your live. So
for sure. I appreciate you for tapping in.
For sure. It's a vibe in here. You had just made a comment about how can you enter the temple of God if you know what I'm saying, don't take care of your temple, right?
That God gave you.
So I'm going to test that only because from my reading, you feel me, the temple of God that he describes, or whoever describes in the Bible, to me, it sounds like the temple is the mind, right? So if the temple of God is really your mind, because they say you cannot see it, right? No man on earth or above can see the temple or whatever, right? So to me, the temple is here. This is the temple. Also, your temple, right? It's your temple, right? So are you saying that I can't truly enter my mind, okay, if I'm not taking care of my body?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm glad you brought that up as well, because although the mind is the temple as well, you know, one of the main temples, we also have to understand that there are 2 other main temples inside of the body as well, right? It's 3 different stages. Now the mind can be the main temple, but we also have to understand that based off whatever we put inside of our body, our gut, our digestive system has more neural pathways than our brain. So what do I mean by that, right? So if, for an example, now I'm just giving out information again. I'm just, you know, disclaimer, eat what you're going to eat, whatever the case may be. But if we break this down, a cow before it gets slaughtered, right? Before it gets slaughtered, it's depressed, it's scared, it's afraid.
Thanks.
All these emotions, what they do is they let off chemicals inside of this animal. One of the main chemicals is cortisol, which is a fight or flight, which is adrenaline, which is stress. So what happens is that when this cow then gets slaughtered and it's sent into the stores, those same chemicals that was flowing through that cow is still in that meat that we're about to eat. So what happens is that when we eat that meat and it goes down into our gut, because our gut has more neurotransmitters and more neural pathways than our brain, it breaks it down, and those same chemicals and emotional states are broken down inside of our gut, which is then communicates into our brain.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely. That makes hella sense. Yeah. That make hella sense when, you know, if animals are being tortured when they are dying and then we're eating the tortured meat, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense. It's frequency.
Fact. It's frequency. And that's why I said earlier, we are high vibrational beings, so we need high vibrational things, right? And these high vibrational things is what's going to uplift our spirit. For those that sometimes get in depressed state and we become emotional eaters, we instantly go to what? We go to complex sugars. We go to meat. We go to things that keep us in this lower state, in this lower state. But guess what? If you're depressed, go eat some grapes. Go eat some watermelons. Let me see if you're going to continue to stay in that frequency. Why? Because fruits is the most highest vibrational food that we can put inside of our body.
All right, King.
So really, the whole body is the temple, for sure.
I like this. Talk to me nice.
For sure. I'm happy that you answered that, because that was asked that because that was a great question.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I mean, you know, a lot of people they think that the temple that God talks about is outside of ourselves.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? But the temple is here. We have the temple. You feel me? It's just a guide telling you that how you really need to get to the temple is by taking care of the temple that you have.
Facts.
So that you can read. Okay, now.
Yeah, it's within. And then also, if you study that picture of God and Adam about to touch hands, y'all know we all seen that picture, right? If you really study that picture, God is in the personification of God is in this red structure.
It's a brain.
It's you already tapped in.
Come on, baby. Come on, I'm here with you.
You already tapped in.
I'm here with you.
There we go. We already so for those that's in this community gathering that never studied the picture, pull up the picture and study God and Adam, right? What God is in this red structure, right? And around him is kids. But what it is really Adam going through his different stages of life.
And you know what? Adam to me is an atom.
It's a fucking
atom.
It breaks down, man.
A fucking atom.
This is why I say when you pull up these ancient scripts, do not read the book.
Read the book. That's right. It's an atom. Okay.
Man.
Absolutely. The first being to exist was Adam, which is an actual atom.
Man.
Okay. Talk to me now.
Telling you, man.
Yeah. I'm here with you.
Powerful. Oh, yeah, you tapped in, Queen. I love it.
That's all. I'm gonna let somebody else get in. I just have to talk to you.
For sure, Queen. I appreciate you for tapping in.
For sure. I appreciate the wisdom.
See, this is why, man. This is why I love people joining in, man, because of the questions and just you feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Those that repent their sin and deny themselves daily will inherit the kingdom of God. Repenting is just forgiving yourself. If you want me to be honest with you, if y'all want me to keep it gangster with you, repenting is forgiving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I spoke about. This is what I spoke about in my song. I said I really didn't have what I said. I said I didn't have much. So yeah, I did some dirt. But you see, I still forgive myself. I had to look up in the mirror and I had to heal myself. You got to go in order to go without, you got to go within. In order to go up, you must first go down. I'm telling you, man. This shit, bro, listen. And you got to go within, man. This shit is within you. The power of, I literally just broke it down. I said, listen, there will be no observation. They will not say, here it is, or there it is. For the kingdom of God is within you. It's in the Bible. It's in the, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it real quick before I ask somebody else up in here real quick, so I can give y'all the actual scripture. I believe it's Matthew. Let me see, or it might be Jeremiah. No, I don't think it's Jeremiah. I mean, give me 2 minutes, y'all. Let me try to find the scripture for y'all real quick. I think it's Matthew though. Is it Matthew? Truly I say, no. I'm gonna find it for y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to find it before it, because I know let me see, was that it? No, it's not Acts. It may be in the beginning, I think, actually. Truly I say to you, who believes in me will do the works. Oh, and even this, right? So even John, so check this, right? Check this. It say John 14:12 says, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me will do the works that I do also. And he will do greater works than these, because I am going to my Father. Jesus, man, listen, I ain't finna goddamn dive into this shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all gotta read this shit. Y'all gotta read this shit and stop trying to believe what y'all want to believe, and really read this shit, because it's telling you who you are. Talking about this shit is telling you who you is. Let me see, man. The light of the body is in the eye. Therefore, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye, listen to this. It's called it. This scripture right here is saying Matthew 6. Matthew 6:22 says, the light of the body is in the eye. Therefore, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is unclear, your whole body will be full of darkness. Therefore, if the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that dark? Bro, this shit is telling you, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Hey, look, matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it gangster with y'all, right? In the Holy Scripture. If y'all want to break it down, if y'all want to really break this shit down, let me break this shit down for you. In the Scripture, right? The devil, the serpent is what? It's the light. What is it? The light, the falling star. What is this shit? Hold on, let me find it. Somebody correct me, please. Somebody correct me. Please, somebody correct me. The morning star. That's right. So boom, check this. The devil, right? Quote unquote, is the morning star. In the Bible, it also says in Revelations, I, Jesus, my angel to you with this testimony of churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. So this says, so basically what we just read was that the devil is also the morning star. We already know that. Especially to all of us that know about Christianity. We already know that the devil, quote unquote, is the morning star. Lucifer, the morning star. But also, if we break down Revelation, it's saying, I, Jesus, I am the root of the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. Check this out. The devil's real name is Zeus, correct? Honestly, if you want me to keep it gangster with you, the devil is actually our brother. He's just a fucked up brother. You get it? Thor and the other nigga, what's the nigga name? Loki. Thor and Loki. Yeah, okay. Boom. So check this, right? And I'm just breaking the Bible down, right? So boom, if the devil real name, Lucifer real name is Zeus, right? How do you say Jesus' name in Spanish? How do you say Jesus' name? So, okay, let's rewind. Let's rewind and we're going to move on. Listen, let's rewind and let's move on. Man, listen. The devil is the morning star. Jesus is also saying is also saying that I am the morning star. The devil real name is Jesus. How do you say Jesus in, no, forgive me. The devil real name is Zeus. How do you say Jesus in Spanish? Jesus. Anyway, let's move on, man. Don't listen to me, y'all. I know nothing. Listen, like I said last time. Listen. I just be watching shit on cartoons and I just come and tell y'all, all right? I don't know nothing. I know nothing. Let's see. What else? Let me look at these. Let me see. Anybody want to join on? All right, so bet. So we got a few more people that want to join in. Let me scroll down. So we got Taryn with love. Taryn, you raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class.
Hey.
What's poppin', Queen?
What's up?
How you
You
feeling?
done threw me off so much.
You said what?
I had my points on point, and then you just got to going, and then I was like, oh, he's talking about Jesus. He's going there. He is taking it there. So
My bad.
I think when no, you're fine. I love the energy. So I think when I first tapped in, you were talking about eating. You were talking about eating habits, and one of the things, I'm actually in school to be a nurse practitioner. I started off with plant-based medicine probably about, I'm 29 now, so I think I started off when I was about 21. Plant-based medicine, started following Dr. Sabi and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't like the way that the medical field was able to dismantle his teachings because he didn't have that paper. So I said, let me go get this paper, because y'all won't be able to tell me nothing with this paper. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to touch on with everyone that's on here is that you already said it, but it's just like depression. All of that is linked to what you're eating. A lot of people don't understand the emotions that their food carries. Like mineral deficiencies. These are real life things. Like your cells, okay, they produce ATP, which is energy. This is energy we're talking about. The energy that you consume comes from the food that you eat. So a lot of times there's this wire in your mind that's telling you, I want something sweet. And mentally you're thinking of Snickers, and cellularly your cells are saying fruit.
Facts.
So if you can just trick your mind, I know a lot of people struggle with changing their diet because they're just like, I have these cravings. You have these cravings because the food that you eat releases the same hormones and endorphins as any drug. Food is a drug, really. Like, let's really absorb that. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, the same thing that a crackhead goes through without crack is the same withdrawals that you have to go through when you're transitioning and changing your entire diet. So I always like to explain the immune system to people when I talk about the immune system as an airport, right? Like, you've got this body and you've got all these lymph nodes. You go through all these systems. You've got all these lymph nodes in your immune system, and your food goes. Any bad cell, good cell, bad cell, every single cell in your body has to go through checkpoint, TSA, and go through these lymph nodes. Mm-hmm. And the lymph nodes say, you good, you not good, you bad, we got to get you up out of here. Y'all have to really be mindful of what it is that you're digesting. Like, literally change your mind first before you can change your body. And I cannot preach cancer, diabetes, stuff that they said you can't get rid of, baby. Herpes, depression, bipolar disorder. Like, I cannot name the amount of transformations that I've watched happen amongst my own family members by me simply stepping in and saying, change your diet. Let's work on that first. Change your mind, and then let's change your diet. Let's start there. Let's really just start with what you eat. And I think you was talking about Jesus. You touched on that. Did you know that the first slave ship name was Jesus? Do anybody know that? Do anybody know that? Like, I just sit there and I'm listening to you. I'm like, yes, he better go on. He better go on.
Does anybody know that? The first ever slave ship. With
Jesus of
Jesus,
Lubeck.
Jesus.
Of Lubeck.
Come on
Yep.
now, and then on top of that, if we just look at slavery, before they hung us, before they barbecued us on July 4th, 1776, that's where the July 4th come from. They was reading from the Bible and said, in the name of Jesus. Man, let him who have ears hear.
Okay. Listen.
Come on,
Say
man.
what you gotta say. I am proud of you. I've been following you for quite some time. I'm like, he better get it. Like,
Thank
he
you.
better spread the light, the love, the knowledge, and everything. But yeah, I really like to tell people, like, you know, start with your mind first and your diet. And I'm telling you, a lot of people underestimate mineral deficiencies. Any place I tell people to start with magnesium. Biggest deficiency that you have, anxiety, headaches, magnesium is like oil to a car. What happened to a car when it don't got oil?
Hello.
I need y'all magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate. I don't care where you start, baby. Pop you 2 magnesium pills a day and drink. You start small. I always tell people, start your day off with some warm lime water or warm lemon water.
Hello.
And if you got a coffee problem, have your coffee after. Reward yourself with whatever it is you're used to after you do one good thing to crowd out one bad thing.
Hello.
And I bet you slowly start to transform. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna let you go. I forget everything else because you got me so on fire. I'm so excited.
For sure.
So
I appreciate you for tapping in and you know, sharing your knowledge, Queen. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a good
night.
Man, everything she said was a physic. All you need is the sun, earth, and water. Hey, man. Everything she said was a fucking fact, you feel me? Word to moms, B. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna get through this real quickly split, you feel me? Like facts, you feel me? Word to my moms, B. Yeah. You know how we get out, you feel me? I put my Timbs on your neck, B. You feel me? I knock the beef out your burrito, B. You feel me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Word to moms, B. I'm from up north, B. You feel me? Let me stop. Let me chill out. That's a fact, man. Everything she said was a fucking fact. Let me see about adding somebody else on here real quickly split, you feel me? Let me see. Let me scroll down. We got Love Nandy. Love Nandy. You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. What's bracking?
Hello, I'm actually in the dark. It's still early in South Africa.
It's okay, Queen. How you doing?
I'm well, thanks. And how are you?
I'm doing amazing.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
I resonate with a lot of things that you say. And I just want to speak more about the healing part.
Please do.
When you mentioned that you have to go deep down within before you can have that greater expansion, which is external, in terms of you then co-creating and allowing the fullness of your well-being. I had to sit with myself and actually go through all of the things that make me feel uncomfortable and just, why am I feeling this way? What is the cause? And I lost my parents at a very young age, so I realized that a lot of my habits or unwanted energy, it could be as what you call this? My boy is snoring, sorry. It was a way of being in survival mode, and survival mode because I felt abandoned, not having my parents around and not having that sense of support structure, someone to teach me how to do certain things, just the way of life. So that can affect the way that you do things because you feel that sense of abandonment. So I had to go deep within and heal it. And I realized I'm not going to complete things in my life until I complete this cycle. I'm not going to be able to allow good things until I feel what I need to feel and actually release it. So I've been praying about breaking generational curses, And then I had a dream that I went to my childhood best friend's house, and I mostly grew up at her house because her mom was nurturing. And when I went to her house in the dream, we were playing with the other kids, but I decided I'm going to venture out all by myself and just see her house to reminisce about those good feelings that I got from being there. And someone came to me from her house in spirit and asked me, what are you doing here? And I told them, I just want to reminisce, it gives me feel good vibes to just think about it. And then they opened, in the dream, you're multidimensional, so you can see through things. You don't have to go into like a yard to see inside the house. So I'm standing outside and I can see that they went into the house and they opened the curtains for me in the dining room and in the lounge. And as the curtains open, when the rays of the sun hit you, and then I felt it. And that's when I touched on that grief. It came up in the dream. I started crying. I woke up crying. And I was crying for most of the morning. Most of the morning I was crying, just releasing it. It was such a heavy emotion. And then a week later, I manifested a large amount of money that I had actually been waiting for since last year. Okay, I made the decision last year to leave my employer because I just didn't want to partake and serve Big Pharma anymore. So I left the company, and they didn't want to let me go for the longest of time, enslavement. It was a very vicious process of having to actually have them let me go. Eventually, they let me go. And after healing on that grief, I was able to expand. And I just want us as a people, as beings, to understand that everything happens within, in the spiritual realm, before it manifests. And if our chemistry, the energy, the vibrational frequency that we are conjuring, that we are, English is out the door, out the window, the energy that we are circulating, if it is not in the fullness of our well-being, we can't see the fullness of our well-being expand into the physical, because we first have to fix it from within. I think it is the same also when it comes to nutrition and just your health in general. It all starts within. But I don't want people to disregard the power of healing oneself and the power of actually sitting with your emotions. And you were posting about sitting with your emotions in your stories past couple of days, and I was like resonating with this, and I've been wanting to speak about my healing because in most cases in life, when you reach a point of awakening, you lose a lot of people that you resonated with on other things, and then have to start a new soul tribe. So I haven't had people to speak to, even if it's just like me venting about my healing or just sharing my testimony. And I'm thankful that this is like a safe environment for the community to gather and speak on the illusion of disease, because I know that the disease that I was living with, it had to do with my perception of things, how I perceived my childhood. I had a perspective of loss. I had a perspective of abandonment. I had a perspective of being in survival mode, being alone, especially when I'm just with my siblings. They do their own thing. They go out, and then I'm alone in the house. And I kept asking God for that companion. And I'm like, even if it's a child, then I know that unconditional love, and I'll always have it. And it did manifest, and it manifested it differently, but ultimately it is exactly what I wanted. My son brings so much joy, and I'm able to enjoy him thoroughly now that I've also healed, because I've let go of wanting him to be the outcome that brings joy, and rather know that I must sit and be still and allow myself to have two doors, what I'm feeling to come in and what I'm feeling to go out, because I am the awareness of that thought. I'm not that thought. Yes. And that is what I wanted to say.
For sure. That's powerful, Queen. I appreciate you for the transparency and the openness for getting on here and, you know, explaining that and letting that go. I appreciate you, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate you for just being you and also allowing people to also share within your journey and also heal with you.
For sure. Fact. Yeah, it truly takes a village, you know what I mean? Like the saying, it takes a village to raise a child, or whatever the case may be. I honor that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a fact, like it really takes a village. You know, but one of the main things I want to touch on about what you said about being alone is like that's one of the very most powerful things that you can do is to be alone. Like if you can be alone with yourself, like you have the ultimate power. You know, I spoke about a few lives back about the power of being silent. And I also spoke about like doing the work, and one of the works could be going to therapy and etc. But I also touch on and let people know, like, listen, you can go talk to 1,000 therapists. That's fine. Do that work, but until you have the capability and the capacity to sit down within yourself and be alone in silence and talk to yourself, that right there is when true healing comes. That right there, when you start implementing the things that you learn from your therapist, or when you start implementing certain things and actually implementing the knowledge, which then becomes wisdom, that is when true healing comes. So I truly appreciate you for, you know, getting on here and sharing that, Queen. I truly do.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I saw your aura earlier. Someone mentioned it. I can still see it, like a blue light over your head. I don't know if it's the lighting or if my third eye is actually opening up.
Yeah. You see a blue light?
Yeah, blue light on top of your head. Sure. I also had some bees following me for the past couple of days. And then I had this wonderful email that I'm receiving more money. And I'm like, wow. So actually allowing the fullness of your well-being does work. Yeah. It does work.
Allowing yourself, allowing the power to come out. You know, that's fine. I spoke about that in my last live as well. Like one of our biggest fears is not that we are inadequate, but it's the fact that we are powerful beyond measure. But the fact that our subconscious know how powerful we are, because we've been conditioned and programmed to limit our power consciously. Our conscious mind put up a defense system to start believing that we're not as powerful as we truly are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got the power. The power is within you, you know? So yeah, for sure. Again, I appreciate you, Queen. Love from Africa.
Thank you so much. Yes, from South Africa, from Saudi.
That's love right there, man. That's powerful, man. Powerful, beautiful, amazing. Amazing, man. That I speak about being alone a lot. You know, for those that do follow me, well, I'm sure most of y'all follow me. You know, my last post was about releasing. You know what I'm saying? I had to sit there within myself, because I'm still healing. You know, I don't want nobody to look at me like I got it all figured out, because I do not. Okay, I'm still healing. I'm still going through my journey, and like I always say, the journey is the destination. Right. So a couple of days ago, you know, I had to sit down with myself. You know what I mean? I had to sit down with myself and actually write out and actually release, you know what I'm saying, and release certain things. And one of the main things that I want to emphasize is that if those who were paying attention, I learned, how can I say this? I learned different magical techniques. I'm not gonna say the word because I don't want nobody getting scared, right? But but I learned certain magical techniques as far as releasing and attracting, right? So this is one thing that you can do when you're wanting to release. what you can do is just write a petition. You get a paper and you write out the things that you want to release. And once you write it out, what you do is that you fold the paper from you, right? You fold it not as small as you can, but you just fold it a couple times away from you. And then when you turn it, you want to turn it counterclockwise, right? This right here is a form of a ritual, right? But of course, I'm gonna just keep it gangster with y'all. I learned from a few voodoo/hoodoo priestess, right? I learned from a few voodoo and hoodoo priestess, whatever the case may be. They taught me certain things about releasing and attracting, rituals, magical things, using the power that you truly have, right? And so what happens is I write a petition of releasing, I fold it away from me, I turn it counterclockwise, and you burn it and you release it. You release it into the unifield. You release it into the manifestation of the God in your realm, of the God that's within you. Now, if you want to manifest something, right, what you do is you get a paper and you write your petition. What is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to attract within your life? Then what you do is you fold it towards you and you turn it clockwise. Fold it clockwise. Why? Because you are now attracting. Then you burn it and you release it. Now, one of the most powerful things that you do when you are releasing when you're manifesting, rather it's releasing or attracting, you want to forget about it because and I'm not saying just like forget about it, wash your hands, you just over and done. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean by forgetting about it is not worrying about it. No more thinking, like no more worrying or being uptight about whatever it is you're manifesting, you're bringing in or releasing into your life. You want to forget about it because the more you focus on it and the more you think about it, the more you keep it into the realm of not manifesting and bringing it down into the spirit, into this physical world. You're pretty much keeping it here in this material state and not releasing it fully into the spiritual realm so it can manifest in its real physical state. 11:11. I pray, it's powerful, man. It's a powerful technique. Let me go into these questions real quick. I'm gonna answer a few more questions, and then we're gonna dive into it. Somebody asked, what about ejaculation control for women? That's cute. I like that. I appreciate that answer. I mean, that question, Queen. So one thing about it, right? Women, you all do not ejaculate. Okay. Now, squirting and, releasing sexual fluids, that is completely different from men. The reason why I say that is because squirt and or pee, whatever it may be, shit, I'm a nasty. Yeah, I like. Anyway, where was I going? So when it comes to men, right, our ejaculation, our semen is our creative energy. Our creative energy is our life force, right? So when we release that, of course, well, I've already explained that. That's dealing with us. Women, you all do not ejaculate. You all have an internal orgasm. Now, squirting and etc., that's just completely different. You all release fluid, but you're not releasing any creative energy, right? Your creative energy still manifests inside of you. One thing I can say, and I studied you all as well, one thing I can say is you get this book, Powerful, Beautiful, Amazing. It's actually 2 books, all right? So I'm going to slow down so y'all can really write this down and remember the books. It's 2 books. The first book is The Secret Teachings of the Black Tigers, right? The first book is The Secret Teachings of the Black Tigers. The second book is called Cultivating Female Sexual Energy. Those 2 books, most powerful books when it's cultivating female sexual energy. Basically the things that I speak on about men, you all have the ability to do so as well, but it's not to the extent of releasing anything, because you all don't release anything. But I do remember in a few lives back, I did speak on that. One of the main things as women you all can do to cultivate your sexual energy to make it more powerful is You can have sexual intercourse, right? But do not have an orgasm. Have sexual intercourse, but do not have an orgasm until maybe like the 6th or the 7th time. Then you have that orgasm. And that's if your partner can do that. Make sure you are dealing with a man that is also practicing cultivating his sexual energy as well. Because one thing about it, if you're dealing with a man that, and you're trying to cultivate your female sexual energy, you, period, point blank, you have to go a long time. 5, 10, 15 minutes is not go. 30 minutes is not going to cut it. Okay. The men in my class, oh, baby, yes. A quickie is 45 minutes. The men in my class is learning. A quickie is 45 minutes. Yes. So as a female, as a woman, as a goddess, if you want to cultivate your sexual energy, make sure you are not dealing with a man that does not know how to control his ejaculation. Make sure you're dealing with a man that knows how to take his time. Make sure you're dealing with a man that knows how to calm you down. Make sure you're dealing with a man that knows how to actually activate your divine feminine and your divine yin energy. So now when you're going for 45 minutes, an hour and a half, and you're cultivating your sexual energy, you do not have an orgasm. You don't orgasm until maybe the 6th or 7th time that y'all have intercourse. And that's if you want to. You can go for a long period of time and not have an orgasm, build your sexual energy up, and you can orgasm maybe the 20th time that y'all have intercourse. I teach my men to not ejaculate until past the 10th time of sexual intercourse. So and this is for the men that wants to ejaculate. I got men in my class that has not ejaculated in months. But guess what? God body. When they walk into the room, they turning heads. Yeah, when they are around women, they messaging me. When they are around women, I'm talking about women just all on them like, it's something about you. Why? Because women that don't know about a man that knows how to cultivate his sexual energy, she don't know. So she just like, I don't know, man. There's something about him. Oh, wait. Yes. Get a man that knows how to do that. That knows how to cultivate his sexual energy. That knows how to take his time with you. So now, guess what? Right? And hey, here we go. If we go back in the ancient scripture, it says, when 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So so let me break this down. Now, this shit can break it down into many ways, and I'm talking about on a deeper level, not no surface level shit, right? When as a goddess, if you're cultivating your female sexual energy and you're not orgasm, right? You're not having no orgasm, but you're cultivating your sexual energy. Remember, your sexual energy is also healing energy. It's also creative energy, right? So you're cultivating your sexual energy, right? You have a man that's also cultivating his sexual energy, right? Guess what? Both of these are sexual energy. These are healing energy. So not only as y'all are cultivating sexual energy, you all are also healing each other, right? On top of that, sexual energy is also what? Creative energy. So both of y'all are cultivating sexual energy and y'all want to manifest something. When 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So when you all cultivate your sexual energy, the most sacred, the most powerful creative energy there is in this realm, y'all cultivate that and y'all want to manifest something. Oh, baby. Ooh, now we're talking about the real God. Now we're talking about the real source. When God said in Genesis, he has become like one of us. Now you are tapping into the God energy of manifestation when you are partners with somebody that knows the man. Whoo, I'm telling you, this shit is powerful. This shit is fucking powerful. So to answer your question, as a goddess, you can cultivate your sexual energy by not orgasm for a long period of time. It's all up to you. All right. So I pray I answered your question. I know I just went brazy. I know I just went in on that, but you know, I'm just saying, you know, yeah. I'm just saying, man, you know, hey, As a goddess, you practicing cultivating your sexual energy, your creative energy. Then you got a real God cultivating his sexual energy. Then the goddess and the God come together. What? You literally become source. You tap into source. You tap into the unit field. For those that don't know what the unit field is that I keep speaking about, it's where everything exists. It's where all possibilities exist. It's where this mouse came from. This computer mouse, yeah, this is where your imagination comes from. Everything manifests, everything exists in a unit field before it comes down into this physical form. Before it comes down into this material realm, it is first exists in a unifield. So when y'all are cultivating y'all sexual energy, y'all creative energy together, oh baby, you not a god, you not a goddess, baby, you are source. Oh, you are source. Hey man, I'm telling you. This is why I teach my men in my class, single or not, cultivate your sexual energy. Do not release your power. Do not release your life force, especially releasing your life force into a female that don't give a fuck about you. Especially releasing your life force into a female that you can't see a future with. Releasing your life, come on. What? Even to my goddesses, even to the queens. Come on. This right here. This is why it's important to get this book. Y'all see, I feel like some of y'all are just excited about the pictures and shit. Now don't give me, I was excited too. I ain't gonna lie. When I looked at the book, I opened it, I seen the pictures, and I was like, oh, I'm getting this book. I ain't even finna do that to y'all. I ain't even finna do that. I was excited about the pictures too. But that's besides the point. All right. That's besides the fucking point. Listen, when you get the book and you go beyond the pictures, the information that is in this book, I'm telling you, powerful. This is why it's important. It's very important. All right, man. Let me see, man. So let me scroll down. Let me see what's up in here. So we got Mrs. Knox 07. You raised your hand. Come on to the front. Yeah, y'all know. Don't laugh at me. Y'all know I ain't finna do that to y'all. But shit, I like the pictures too, man. What's poppin'?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How you doing?
I'm good. Now, to talk on first and foremost, you're very you the truth for real. And I just been sitting here and I'm like, it's just so true. It's just confirmation for me. But the reason why it's important to be equally yoked when you do decide to release or to have sex with somebody, because you become one. And people don't understand that. And it's just like how you are what you eat in a sense. And like with the diet situation, dieting is more than just what you eat. It's the people you're around, the things that you intake, the people that you have sex with. Sometimes, have you noticed when you have sex with somebody that's going through certain things and that's depressed and that's all over the place, that's lost, you feel confused, you feel condemned, you feel weird afterwards because you guys have just shared energy and became one. So the things that person is doing in their life or how they feel about their self, you start noticing, dang, I feel depressed. Why do I feel this way? So that's why it's important to, like you said, you can give yourself to somebody that don't care two shits about you.
Nice.
And then you start feeling like you ain't shit, you know, because that's why sex is so powerful. They say you're supposed to wait until you're married and stuff like that. And you have to be equally yoked, because if you're not, then because what you guys are exchanging is becoming each other and becoming one, you know, so that's very important. And as far as like what we eat and everything like that, it's you supposed to eat to live, not live to eat. So when you eat, you are supposed to eat to heal, to cleanse, to, you know, because you're, like you say, your body is your temple and God is always with you. You hear that all the time. And you also hear you are what you eat. It's just so much. You just, I mean, you touched on everything, but it's just, you know, how you said God is always with us. You know, people always say God is always with you no matter what. How is he always with you? Because he is within. We are God's, but we have to tap into that reality and tap into, you know, the spiritual eye. Your third eye is just your spirit. Have you ever been about to go somewhere and something is like, don't go, you don't need to go, you don't need to go, and you don't go and things happen and you like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't go. That's your inner God. That's your spirit. And a lot of us, we just get so condemned and so stuck into these worldly things, and our flesh take over. And that's why it's very important to tap into your spiritual reality, tap into your, like, open your eyes, because back in the day they said knowledge is power. Literally, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more powerful you become. And there's no limit to what we can do because we are God's. But in order to do those things, we have to be woke. We have to understand. We have to be woke, basically. You have to be conscious of what's going on around you, who's around you, the things that you intake and everything. I'm still learning. You know, I'm trying to get my husband and everything on the same page, but you're the truth. And it was just confirmation for me. Like, I promise you, I was just in here like, oh my God, I go in this closet at work, like, he is just so real. So I just wanted to thank you just for kind of like reminding me and getting me back on that path that I need to be on.
Thanks. I love it. I appreciate it. It's two things I do want to touch. I know you at work. I know you probably gotta go.
I'm off in like 5 minutes. Okay. I'm good.
So it's two things I want to touch on real quick before you do go. So even in the ancient scripts, when it's saying the flesh, right? Even in the ancient scripts, it says that be in the world, but not of the world.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Be in the world, but not of the world. Be more, and people don't even know in ancient times, the way we perceive reality was the same way we perceived the spirit world. And it was vice versa. So what I mean by that is, in ancient times, right, the way we experience the physical world is how we truthfully experience the spiritual world. And the way we experience the spiritual world now is how we experience the physical world, meaning that we were more spiritual than physical. But in the ancient scripts, it talks about the great fall. The great fall of what? The great fall of frequency. See, you can't see things you can't see the unknown or understand or even trust the unknown if your frequency is low. So that's the perspective. Now, it's another thing I also want to touch on, even when we get back to the sex thing, right? When even to all my goddesses, my queens, I need y'all to understand something. Every queen on here, understand that when a man ejaculates inside of you, you literally become him, and his DNA stays inside of you. Yes. Let me explain how. When a man ejaculates inside of you, not only does it go up your fallopian tube to, for pregnancy, etc., etc. Right. The blood also carries this sperm DNA up into the brain, the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland. Why? So now the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus gland knows that, oh, you are ready to be impregnated. So now what happens is your brain releases chemicals for your egg and everything, so you could be ready to reproduce. And that sperm literally, that semen literally sits inside of your equilibrium. Right. You literally become this man. This man DNA is within inside of you.
Absolutely. And then do you notice that you'll start talking like that person? You'll start knowing what they're going to say before they say it.
You will start looking like your partner.
You start looking like him because you become one. You guys
You
are,
become one.
yes.
Especially over time, if he continues to ejaculate inside
Yep.
of you,
More and
his
more.
DNA, your DNA and his DNA are merging together. So y'all are thinking alike, y'all are talking alike, y'all are
Yep.
wanting the same things, y'all are
Yep.
literally starting to look alike. It's been so many times that I've seen couples and I'm like, damn,
Yep.
y'all look like sisters and brothers.
Yep.
Y'all look like twins.
Yep. That's so true. So I mean, I'm telling you, I can go on and on with this. It's like when you really start, when the more knowledge that you take in, the more clear you see, and then you understand. See, a lot of people, they can hear you, but you have to understand, and you gotta. It's just you the truth. Like, and my friends, they be like, Richard, you just so boring. It's just not that. Just you gotta protect your energy at all times, because if you don't, the toxic worldly things can, and you do fall victim and weak with your flesh. So I just wanted to get on here. I'm following you. I'm learning a lot, and I just want you to just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. I honor you, and I appreciate you for tapping in with me.
All right.
Love, Queen.
All right.
Powerful, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit get real out here, man. Shit get real in the field. You feel me? Word to moms, B. Shit get fucking real, B. You feel me? Shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's 11:30. You feel me? All right, y'all. It's 11:30, man. Let me see what other questions we got real quick, man. Let me try to do at least like 2-3 more questions. Then we're gonna get up out of here real quick. Somebody asked, what is carrot tuna? Listen, go on my YouTube, Cooking with the Blood, and you're gonna figure out what that is. It's amazing too. Tastes just like tuna, I promise you. Somebody asked, we talk a lot about detoxing, but do you smoke? I do not smoke at all. I do not smoke, nor do I drink. But to each his own. Listen, do what you're going to do. All right? This is not me trying to say don't smoke, don't drink, don't do none of that. Do what you're going to do. This is just for my preference in, yeah. Somebody asked, do you think herpes can be rid from the body? Of course. What? Herpes is nothing but a worm. Herpes is nothing but a parasite. What it is that it's easy to get rid of the main parasite. What's difficult is getting rid of the eggs, because if you have herpes, right? If you have this parasitic worm inside of you, it literally lays eggs every single day, right? So it's not the parasite, because the parasite is easy to get rid of, right? What we have to get rid of is the eggs that come with that parasite. So like I've dealt with herpes cases, I done got rid of herpes. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. You feel what I'm saying? I done tackled all of it. But again, hey, changing the diet. You know what I'm saying? Start eliminating things from your body. Start getting rid of and stop putting things inside of your body that feeds the parasites, that feeds these entities, that feed disease, that feed mucus. And I'm talking about created mucus, not the mucosal membrane. You feel me? So yeah, man, what herpes is easy. If you need help, I got herbs on my website. You can go on my website. You can get my probiotic tea. You can get my parasite elimination tincture. You can get my Super Mover 1, Super Mover 2. What else? My kidney filtration for sure, and my brain nerve tincture. You can get the small detox package. You can get the if you're a goddess, you can get one of the Black Tigresses packages. Or if you're a god, you can get one of the Jade Dragon packages. Man, go crazy. But if you need a consultation, if you need more help, more information to indulge about it, hey man, book a consultation with me. Man, look, I'll get you right, man. This shit is easy, man. I'm gonna keep it gangster with y'all, bro. Healing from any disease, it is easy. It really is, right? We make it hard. That's it. We make it hard. Everything is a mind thing, right? I always say that everything is a mind thing. We got to stop trying to do something and just fucking do it. We have to stop trying to do and just fucking do it. It's not that hard. I'm telling you. I know it sounds easier said than done, this, that, and the third, but it is, man. Life is fucking easy. Why do I say that? Because it's a mind thing. You control your reality through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So if you are accumulating dis-ease within the body, you first have to check your actions. Once you check your actions, now you have to check the things that you speak. And once you check the things that you speak, now you have to go to the root problem, which is the things that you think. What is it that I think? Do I think about sugar? Why do I think about sugar? Why do I crave sugar? I really don't want sugar, and I'm speaking about complex sugar, table sugar. I really don't want sugar, so why am I craving the sugar? Well, once I start doing more research, which is why I say ignorance today is a choice, because information is everywhere. So once I do my research on why am I craving sugar, I start to understand, and understand that it's not me that's craving the sugar. It's the parasites that is within me that's craving the sugar. So, how do I get rid of these parasites? Okay, I gotta stop eating things that create parasites and that has parasites, which is what? Dairy, meat, milk, complex sugar, complex flour, total carbohydrates that breaks down into complex glucose that needs my blood cells that needs insulin to penetrate the blood cell to break down into fructose and then break down into simple glucose to be transmuted into ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, which is then transmuted into energy for my entire body. Information is everywhere. I know I just said a lot, but you know, I don't see no more comments. That's brazen. I guess we reached the max of the comments. Am I still going? Let me see some numbers real quick, because I don't see no more comments, y'all. Damn, I don't see nothing else going on. I can't see no more comments. Actually, fuck. But I see Instagram be mad. Instagram be bullshit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Instagram be on that bullshit, bro. It's all good. We finna get up out of here, man. Fuck it. All right, y'all. We finna get up out of here, man. It's 11:36. You know how we do, man. We go on for about 2 hours and a half, and we about to get up out of here. I see a lot of hearts, but I can't see no more comments, so I don't know what else y'all saying. Hold up, can I? Yeah, I can't see nothing else. I don't know what's going on. It's all good. But look, first and foremost, man, y'all know, man, it's the community gathering. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. You know, man, I truly appreciate y'all, because like I always say at the end of my lives, most of my lives, man, I say, listen, the community gatherings wouldn't be a community gathering if it wasn't for y'all. Okay. So just know that I am a fan of y'all, you know, as probably as much as y'all a fan of me. You know what I mean? Because again, without y'all, it wouldn't be this. You know what I'm saying? I'd be on here talking to myself. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I appreciate y'all. I honor y'all. I respect y'all. And I truly, truly love each and every last one of y'all. I truly do. I truly do. I truly, 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 truly do. I am thankful. I give honor and thanks to the powers that be, that have put me in the position and gave me the capacity and the capability to obtain the knowledge that I have, to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. Also send this same energy out to every being that is tapped in on this live, every being that will watch this live, every being that has joined the community gathering. I send this same energy out to not only be able to obtain the knowledge that was spoken tonight, but also convert this knowledge into wisdom to not only teach themselves, but the people, places, and things around you. I give honor and thanks, and I speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Asheo, amen, and all of the above that you shall subscribe to. I got one more thing before I go. I got one more thing to say, y'all. I am who I am. I come as I am. I am who I am. Who I am not, I will never be. love me for me or don't love me at all. I said, love me for me or do not love me at all. I shall leave as I come.